After I lied to Jiren, he broke his limiter and right now he's screaming loudly, and then I saw it Ultra Instinct combined with Jiren's limit breaker, a blue limit breaker Jiren, and like in the canon events I stood there looking invincible against all of Jiren's punches while he struck me with all his might and I didn't move an inch and he couldn't even scratch me, not even a little, and then I laughed and said your punches tickle like a tiny little feather, and then Jiren got frightened and said what are you? Then I said I'm the strongest Saiyan in existence, that's why you can't hurt me and you can't beat me, it's impossible, and I said calm down, I didn't kill your master, I'm not evil. I lied to you so you would get serious about our fight because I wanted to see your full power, and I never killed your master, someone else did. I never knew the guy, you were just foolish enough to believe me. And Jiren said so I could never beat you and I was a fool to believe you, and I said to Jiren and I whispered don't worry, even if I do win I will bring all the universes back that got erased by Grand Zeno, you have nothing to worry about, I'm not evil Jiren, I'm perfectly reasonable and I'm not to blame for this tournament or anything else like that. I tried to explain all of this to Toppo but I guess he didn't listen, and Jiren said okay then I have no more problems with you and you can knock me out of the ring now, and I said wait a minute, I never said anything about knocking you out of the ring, there's someone else that wants to fight you, my friend Vegeta is on his way, and meanwhile in Vegeta's point of view I can't accept failure from anyone, even this man Toppo. I fight for my family, I fight for my people, I fight for all that I am and I would and all I will become, I will never give up who I am just to win a fight. You are a failure Toppo, I shouted, I was once the prince of all Saiyans, I earned my home with my blood, I fought and died for it and you surrendered everything you were just to win a fight, and you're disgrace to your people and everything you stand for, and I am not. And then Vegeta powered up into his Ultra Instinct ego and he defeated Toppo with a few punches and a suicide explosion like what would have happened in the canon events of the Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu saga, and so Vegeta defeated Toppo and Jiren all by himself, and I made the wish to the Super Dragon Balls and I brought everyone and all universes back just like in the canon events, but this time it was me Goku that did it, not Android 17, and Broly found Chilai and he stayed away from my new wives Kale and Caulifla, and I killed all the demons in Dragon Ball Daima before they could cause trouble, and I was made to be the new god of destruction of Universe 7, and I killed Moro easily since I already knew what would happen. I killed the remaining villains in the Dragon Ball universe with a single attack called the Dragon Fist, and I killed every last remaining Dragon Ball villain with that same attack, and I destroyed every threat to our universe, and after all this I went back into my pocket dimension with all my wives again and I made love to all of them for another million years, and I lived happily ever after, training with my wives and making love to them and enjoying every minute alive. My clone was left behind in hell after I killed all the threats in Dragon Ball Daima. They won't be a problem because I vaporized Goma along with his minions using my famous blue key, the Kamehameha. That's the end of this story. So ends the story of Dragon Ball for Akira Toriyama.